Hi, this is Janet from Uncommon Core, here to tape another episode of A Common Teacher Talks About Common Core. Today I want to talk about background knowledge and why it takes a nation. Too often I think we as a society believe that all that background knowledge that our kids need to know to be literate will take place in the classroom. And the truth is there just isn't enough time. And that's what I mean by it takes a nation. And let me give you an example of that. A couple of weeks ago we took my son to the local museum to see the Norman Rockwell exhibit, and he got to see the famous Four Freedoms posters, and he got to learn a little bit about Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his famous Four Freedoms speech. Soon after that, in the classroom, his teacher introduced that speech and talked about the Four Freedoms, and they did write-ups on the Four Freedoms, and he got to share the fact that he had seen the posters. And then a few weeks after that, he was at a tool show with my husband, and he ran into a couple of gentlemen, and they got into kind of a political talk because my son considers himself a Democrat and the two gentlemen were Republicans. And so after their little political discussion, they called my son a New Deal Democrat, and he didn't know what that meant. So they explained it to him and explained its connection to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, which excited my son because he got to share what he knew about the Four Freedoms, and one of them was able to tell him that he actually owns some of the Four Freedoms posters. In any event, by the time all of this was done, my son, of course, has a great idea about Franklin Delano Roosevelt, about the Four Freedoms and what they represented. And he's gained that content knowledge. But it took everybody. It took contributions from his parents, from the local museum and the wonderful curators there, from his teacher, and from complete strangers in order for him to have a picture of that background knowledge that he needs. And that's what I mean by background knowledge, it takes a nation. In any event, I hope you enjoyed that, and until our next episode, class dismissed.